Hello. Hi, Frank.
Hi, Michelle. How
Michelle
are you?
Kaufman from Miami Herald. Good. How are you? I'm going to be heading up there tomorrow to cover the big game.
Safe
I just
travels.
wanted to ask you, with the uncertainty of Leo Messi, how do you prepare? It's kind of a two-part question. How do you prepare not knowing if arguably the best player in the world is going to play or not play? How does that affect you as you're preparing? And also, how is this team different when he's on the field from when he's not on the field? Thank you.
Yeah, really good questions, Michelle. I think we have to prepare for both scenarios. I think even when he's on the field, they're first of all, if he's not on the field, I think that they're still a very good team. They've made some really excellent additions in the secondary window, and I mean, obviously that's been shown within every match and the way they play and compete. Obviously, with Messi on the pitch, it's an element to their team and in their game where you have a very good team, but you have a player now that at any moment can turn the game upside down with one play. So obviously it's a little bit of a different team. Obviously with him on the pitch, but we have to prepare both scenarios. If he's on the pitch, if he's not on the pitch, I think our tactical organization has to cover. We'll go through a couple different scenarios, and then I think we have confidence. We're playing at home. We need to also be come out with a lot of energy. I think the atmosphere is going to be great. I think they're all fans here from Chicago. They want to come see obviously the game and see Messi, but also it's an opportunity to showcase our talented players that we have. So we'll cover different scenarios, and like you said, obviously with if he's on the field, it is a different team because you have one player that at any moment you cannot take your eyes off him, and with one play can change the outcome of a game. But they're still a very good team.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I'll see you up there.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Recording in progress.
Thank
Hello.
you. Next, we'll go to Alex Calabresi.
Thanks. Thanks, E. Hey, Coach. Nice to speak with you today.
Hi,
I'm
Alex.
also heading over to Chicago tomorrow, so I'll see you there. I wanted to ask about Xherdan Shaqiri because we're going to speak to him after. And he's had his ups and downs this season. Sometimes he's really looked like that player we know he can be, but he's also struggled at times. So how do you think you can get the best version of Shaqiri in these important games down the stretch?
No, I think Shaq is a player that steps up in big moments and in big games. I think he relishes opportunities like that where he can, be in pressure moments. I think he's used to stepping up in pressure moments in all his career, and I have all the confidence in Shaq. For me, he's still a difference maker, and in every match, I think he provides moments in his play that can change the game. Also, I've always said that we need. Obviously, other players on the team and a very good team performance within every match in order to to get the results. But I feel Shaq for me in big moments, he's always the kind of guy that you can count on, and I know that he's going to be ready, to give us something extra on Wednesday as we're put ourselves in a great spot now. Everything is in our hands to take the next step and one game at a time, but put ourselves in a great spot in order to be there in the playoffs.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'll go to Joe Chats on Tap Sportsnet.
Thanks, E. Thanks, Frank. How are you doing today, sir?
Great, Joe. Thank you.
Thank you. First, quickly, availability. I'm curious if Brian and Rafa are at the point where they could potentially play a full match on Wednesday. And then I'm curious about your three center forward strikers. We saw Casper get an extended run on Saturday. Sure, down a man, but he was very successful on the pitch. I'm curious how you're feeling about that position with Kai still unable to find the goal in the last couple months, but Casper playing well and Yorios, of course, getting that goal.
Whew, it's a long one, huh?
I'm sorry, it's a big week.
Yeah. First of all, with the strikers, I felt like, I think as coaches and as a staff, we try to find solutions in a game. And, I think Kutsi, all players have obviously different characteristics. I think with Kutses, we knew it's a game that we needed energy. We needed someone to be able to stretch the back line, to constantly make runs, because there was a team that in transition moments, I think that they really struggle and have given up a lot of goals. So I felt, he was someone that is willing to get behind, is willing to make runs behind the back line, and he came in with excellent energy and obviously a big goal in really a game where, it was almost like a must-win on the road. I know a lot of people had counted us out, but I think the team came and had an excellent performance. We made some changes that we needed to because we felt, going into that game, it's what we needed. So, and Casper, look, he's worked hard. He's a guy that, I've had different conversations throughout the year with him. And trying to manage the players and making sure that they stay focused and continue to work hard. And once their moment comes, and it can come at different times throughout the season, to be ready to step in and perform, and he did that. He came in, worked extremely hard, so they're all ready to go. As far as Guti and Rafa, they're all ready to go, which is it's a good thing. The guys that are not still, obviously, it's Pineda, Mari, he's still out, and Federico Navarro, but they're getting very close.
Thank you, Frank. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Next, we will go to Larry Hawley from WGN.
Hey, Frank, hope you're well. Thanks for taking some time today. Frank, what does this game and this moment mean for the Fire? What does it mean to your team? What does it mean to the franchise? Because you're going to have so many people who will be at that game who may be seeing the club for the first time. What does it mean to have this kind of match? Not only significant, not only for that, but also standing as well. What does it mean to you guys? No,
I think it's a big moment. I think when you play international matches we have in the past, where you bring Man United here and you fill out the stadium at Soldier Field, and I think those are moments that as a team you have to take advantage of. I think they're all Chicago fans, sports fans that might not always come to the games, but then you have an opportunity where they come out, to see probably one of the best players in the world. But also it's an opportunity now for us to showcase the quality and the young and the players that we have. So it is an opportunity for us really to take advantage of a moment like this, and and get people that maybe come in once or twice a year to games like this, where they can just say, hey, this was really an exciting game. This is a great team, really exciting team. It was an exciting game, and why not buy season tickets next year? So moments like this that you have to take advantage of. That's the one thing. And then the second thing is, again, we're fighting for the playoffs. We put ourselves in a great spot, in the sense that everything is in our hands. We don't need to, basically rely on anyone else. And this was a massive win against the Red Bulls, which just kind of lines up great with Miami coming in. So we have to look at that situation, also take advantage, and 3 points here and a win would put us in a great spot before our last home game of the season against Charlotte. So a lot to play for sure. The big moment, big opportunities, and these are the moments where you got to grasp and take advantage of as a team.
Thank you, Frank. Good luck on Wednesday.
Thank you.
Thank you. And next we will go to Hernan Espinosa from La Fiera Deportiva.
Frank, how are you?
Good.
Tomorrow, Wednesday is a big game, but also you have 2 games consecutive. I want to ask you specifically about Inter Miami. They have many good players. even if Messi doesn't play. Have you been analyzing how you're gonna mark them, like Jose Martinez or Campana, or even the say Busquets if he plays? I imagine you have a plan for Inter Miami, and also different players will play on Saturday. Am I correct?
Yeah, our focus is on Wednesday, though, and you're right. I mean, you mentioned, obviously, if Messi doesn't play, but still, I think another key guy with them is Busquets. He kind of runs the show for them. And then, obviously, Martinez is an extremely dangerous player who knows the league really well. Excellent movement. Campana is also a quality player, but also, Farias and Taylor, they're also two key guys for them if Messi doesn't play. So, like I said, earlier, I think, you have almost an analogy, like I can say, where, if I go back, because I grew up here in Chicago from a very young age, and if I look at some of, I can compare it, like, let's just say the Chicago Bulls, when Michael Jordan didn't play, they still had a very good team, but then you had Michael Jordan, and maybe they don't, they win 8 in a row. So, I mean, I think, so Miami is still a very, very good team with some excellent players, but then you have the icing in the cake that if Messi plays, he's the one player that will always give you that, the edge. At any moment, he can make a play and win a game for him,
Thank you. Next, we will go to Russell Wifey.
Hi, Coach. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
I think just to follow up with the Lionel Messi question, I have 2 questions though, but it seems like it's just a follow up with the Lionel Messi coming to Chicago. There are so many reports he might not show up, because of his engagement with the national team of Argentina. So my question is there going to be a different approach because we are not going to see him? Or in case he pulls up, we are going to see a different approach when Messi is on the field? The second one is Ousmane Doumbia. He's played 8 games, 4 yellow cards. Personally, how do you rate his performance for Chicago Fire? Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, 2 questions. No, like I said, I think that, Messi presents obviously a different challenge, but I think, look, they have other really good players on the team. And even if Messi is there, Busquets is still a guy that always, you have to rely on some players to get you the ball in the right spots. And Busquets is one of the best in the world at doing that. He was. I mean, that there's a familiarity with him and Barcelona, and doesn't change here. So there's still, if Messi's playing and Busquets is there, of course you have to worry about Messi, but there's also, before the ball comes to him, what do you do to address situations like that? So, we'll be prepared, but in the end of the day, it's still about, our team and believing in going on the field and playing with confidence. And we have a very good team with very good players. So we need to be, obviously, without the ball, our organization has to be very good. We have to be disciplined, but then we have to have with the ball, to have the confidence, because we have players also that can impact game and win games on their own. We have excellent individual players, and as a team, we've proven that we can beat anyone. So we need to go on the field with that kind of confidence. Doumbia, for me, he's always a player that you can rely on. You know what you're going to get from him within every match. He's a very dynamic player, a two-way player in this league. He's got an incredible engine to cover a lot of ground. So I'm very pleased with Ousmane. He's developing and getting to know the league, and he's performing better and better within every game. And he really knows our defensive organization. He's a smart player tactically on the pitch, which helps a lot. He's got a lot of experience, but he's just a great guy within the group and the team, and he will do whatever it takes for the success of the team.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alex, I see your hand is up. We'll go last question back to Alex Calabrese.
Sure, thank you. Coach, I wanted to ask about some of the young players on this team, like Chris, Guti, Kutsi. What's this experience going to be like for them to play in front of maybe 40,000 or more fans in their home stadium against a really good team as well?
Yeah, I think it's exciting. I mean, this is what we wish that every game would be, Soldier Field would be sold out. I mean, that is our goal. I mean, and then it's we've shown in the past with big games that we've brought here, you know, when national teams play, when international friendlies are here, and, you know, and in the past when we had the All-Star game. I think there's a huge soccer following here. We just got to get them out the game. I think they'll be exciting, obviously, but I think for those guys, I think for me, it's you know, putting that jersey on and representing the Fire, it's something special for them. I mean, all these guys have come, you know, especially not Kutsas, but he's a young player, but you know, he's been in a European environment and played in with big matches and big crowds. So, but I think all three, I think these are moments where you have to, like I said earlier, I think opportunities like this come, and this is where you got to take advantage of. And all eyes, I think, in the league and maybe around the world will be focusing and watching this game because, you know, obviously with the impact that Messi has had and some of the players. But I think those are moments where I think some of those young players, because they're very, very talented, you know, use these opportunities to where they can showcase their ability and talent also, but also within the framework of the team.
Thanks, Coach. See you Wednesday.
Sounds good. Thank you.